Hey guys, Deca Red here. So I wanted to talk about the alternate timelines fan theory that's been going on for a while now. There's the main Power Rangers timeline that covers the majority of the series from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers until Jungle Fury. But by the time Power Rangers RPM starts, this is where this fan theory begins. And from there, almost everything afterwards, like the comics, video games, movies, all existed in their own separate timelines. Since Power Rangers RPM took place in a post-apocalyptic future, it was assumed, by the fans, that it was in an alternate universe. But I'm here to explain why this isn't true. By the way, this is not the most popular theory in the fandom. I believe the Power Rangers RPM was in the main Power Rangers timeline. For one thing, the Green Ranger of that season even acknowledged the existence and history of the Power Rangers at the very beginning of that season.
What do you mean? What's a Power Ranger? There. That. Those.
The only reason it was moved into its own dimension is because a fan came up with this silly theory. They couldn't imagine the idea that a post-apocalyptic world could exist in the main Power Rangers timeline. The series clearly takes place in the future somewhere between Jungle Fury and Time Force. But I know that isn't enough to explain why this season took place in the main Power Rangers timeline. I know they didn't talk about this in the show, but if you remember Professor K, the creator of the RPM Rangers, when she was a child, she was taken away by the secret government organization called Alphabet Soup. The reason she was there was because she was the first human being to figure out how to access the morphing grid without the help of magic. If you remember, all the advances in technology and the equations that she came up with were taken away from her.
You know what could be really fun in the meantime?
You could try cracking this series of encrypted rocket codes.
Or you could design us a thermal-sensitive guidance system.
How about deducing the macromolecular origin of these biotoxins? Dr. K, we have the test pilots here for the first generation Project Ranger suits.
Thanks to some of our new budget and funding levels, we were able to raise them right here in the soup, just like you.
So it's easy to assume that all her equations and technology were given to NASADA, the Angel Grove space program that built TerraVenture, Lightspeed Rescue, an early version of SPD, and basically every man-made government organization Power Ranger team. Now, I do believe that every Neo Saban series took place in its own timeline. Power Ranger Samurai already acknowledged the history of the Power Rangers, and that's enough to fool people. However, it only showed its own separate history of the Power Rangers, showing them being around since feudal Japan and each Ranger power belonging to its own specific family.
Gee, the mentor to the Red Ranger has told me the time is near.
Except for the Gold Ranger. Since he didn't come from any of the chosen samurai families, he had to create his own powers.
I know I wasn't born into it like you guys, but I just kept practicing what Jaden had taught me. I was trying to take things to a higher level, but I was really stuck. But when I figured out how to talk to Octozord with texting, everything fell into place. And now I am finally ready to join you in the fight against the Nylok.
Another example of this is in Power Rangers Megaforce. Gosei tells the Rangers that he was put there by Zordon.
My mentor Zordon placed me here to be guardian of this planet.
This obviously connects this to the main Power Rangers timeline and tricks the viewer into thinking that it's in the same universe. But all of that is thrown away as soon as Emma asked, "What's a Power Ranger?"
But what's this Ranger deal?
Who are they?
Lining the room, you can see the Rangers who came before you.
Gosei even says that he only awakens when the Earth is under attack.
I only awaken when the Earth is faced with an extraordinary threat.
The Earth has been faced with extraordinary threats for 20 years at that point. Those two lines alone prove that this takes place in its own universe. Power Rangers Dino Charge took place in two alternate universes. One where the dinosaurs were extinct, and one where the dinosaurs were never extinct. You'd think they would have fixed this major problem by Ninja Steel, but of course they didn't. The main cast and the city they live in have never heard of the Power Rangers. They always ask,
But what's this Ranger deal?
Who are they? You'll be okay.
Are you some kind of superhero?
You look great!
You too!
What happened to us?
I don't know. I feel a surge of power.
Me too! It's awesome!
He turned into some sort of ninja superhero. The monsters called him Power Ranger.
A Power Ranger.
If they have to keep asking what's a Power Ranger, then those seasons can only exist in their own universes, where the Power Rangers never existed. Honestly, I feel like the Neo Saban era was just a failed reboot of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And it took Haim Saban 4 seasons and 1 movie to realize that he'll never recreate the same success that he made in the 90s. Now, after hearing all of that, some of you might ask about the legendary battle from Megaforce and all the other team-ups. Well, it's been proven that the Green Morphing Master intervened in those team-ups and brought all the Power Rangers from the main timeline into those universes to team up with those Rangers.
The Super Megaforce Rangers were outnumbered by the Armada, and dozens of legendary Rangers appeared to help them.
Even in the big team-up episodes like the 25th anniversary and the Dino Ranger team-up in Beast Morphers, we can clearly see the Rangers jumping through dimensional portals. I'm sure that explains itself. Anyway, the show came back to the main timeline by Power Rangers Dino Fury, the second last season of the show. Some think it was in Beast Morphers, but there's also a theory that it was in its own timeline, except they knew everything about the Power Ranger history.
You're creating Power Rangers.
That's correct.
Rangers? Cool. Since before you were born, every monster out there in every dimension, from Rita Repulsa to Sledge and Galvanax, they've all wanted to take the Rangers' power and rule the universe. And now that you've wrapped it up with a ribbon, some evil mind will try to take it again.
This is still up for debate, but the main point is that Power Rangers RPM took place in the main Power Rangers timeline, and the Neo Saban seasons all happened in their own separate universes. And as the series was ending, we finally came back to the main universe. Now that's what I think. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching.